On this week's episode of Gaming Buzzed, Top 3 Sci-Fi Games. And here are your hosts, Bill and Reese.
Hey there guys, and welcome to Gaming Buzz. We're in space. No one can hear you drunkenly scream.
Yeah, but your vomit floats and it's kind of scary.
I know. That'd be really weird.
That's why I'm screaming.
Could you imagine throwing up in zero gravity?
I'd rather not. I've seen enough videos.
What's going on, guys? I'm Reese, this is Bill, and we are back with this week's episode of Gaming Buzz. And this week will be our top 3 sci-fi games.
Yes, it will. I already noticed people are probably going to hear the noise in the background.
So we have a live studio audience, guys.
I had to give him a gift for winning.
Yeah. Justin, our good friend, and a Super Smash Brothers champion, Game Buzz champion, by the way.
You just saluted yourself.
Yeah. By the time you're seeing this episode, the episode will definitely be uploaded. So he's in the studio, so you might hear some laughter in the background. But so
we're just mobile gaming.
So we got our top 3 sci-fi games because we just recently recorded top 3 medieval games.
Yes.
Because Game of Thrones came back on air, so we wanted to do something kind of cool for that. And as soon as we were done the episode, we were like, oh yeah, well, why don't we just do top sci-fi? And I remember thinking of a bunch. It was really funny because Bill gets to the studio today. And when he walks in the door, I'm like, so, I didn't think we had an idea for today's episode. And then, 5 minutes ago, I remembered we talked about doing sci-fi games.
Yeah, we drink a lot.
Yeah, we drink a lot. It was cool because it's funny, all the games that are on our list, where we always look up the top list of other, of what we're doing, they were all on that list.
Yeah.
In ad nauseum. Every list we looked at was the heavy hitters of sci-fi games. But before we get too far, Bill.
It's variety pack season.
Variety pack. We were drinking an awesome beer by Broken Goblet for the pre-show. A 13% Belgian quad. But what we got?
Juice Bomb, Northeastern PA by Sloop Brewing.
Okay, you know what? Actually, I want to go to IPA. There's a double dog in here by Flying Dog.
Two-Hearted Ale. What's this? Modern Times beer.
12%. I'm just keeping an high octane all day.
Oh, and there's a porter in here for you too.
Oh, there we go. That'll be next.
9%.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I got things we gotta do today, guys.
What? Find eggs?
Yeah. So this is Easter. We are not drinking wine this year. We did on our Easter episode last season.
That was such a bad idea.
It's always whenever the wine comes out, it's always a bad idea.
Whenever the wine comes out, Bill's gonna have a hangover at 2 o'clock.
So I'm starting with Flying Dog. What are you starting off with?
The Sloop Brewing Juice Bomb IPA.
Oh, that sounds good.
Store cold, drink fresh. Yeah, no shit.
Cheers.
That's how I had to drink my beer.
I don't want your life. It's like, you're not my dad. Can I try that?
Go ahead.
Yeah, you want to try this?
Sure.
So yeah, guys, we're Precision Beers right now, trying them. I like this. I like that a lot.
You can never go wrong with Double Dog.
No. Flying Dog's always a good statement.
Yeah, my girlfriend went with the whole, I want to try the beers that had interesting labels. I went, do you? They're not always winners.
No. Also, if you guys don't know, Ralph Steadman, who is the main artist that worked with Dr. Hunter S. Thompson, with all Hunter S. Thompson's writings, Dr. Gonzo. He does all the art for Flying Dog. They are based out of Delaware, I believe. No.
Is it Jersey?
No, I think I'm wrong in that. They're based out of somewhere.
We would hope.
Somewhere in the great U.S. But let's get to some of the news. Not a big news cycle in video gaming. I have a pretty cool article that's been popping up. PlayStation 5 got announced. There's no date set in stone. That they said it's not going to be out in 2019.
I'm going to handle this like an Xbox user. Yeah, but ours is going to be more powerful.
So that was the funniest thing, and I was talking to Bill about this. So I saw an article, PlayStation 5's coming out, it'll have backwards compatibility, PlayStation 4, cool. And literally 2 days after that, I saw a post, it was like, the new Xbox system will be more powerful than the PlayStation 5. And I'm like, that's such a great representation of Xbox and Xbox users. Because that's always the defense. It's like, well, our system's better, it's stronger,
I just see Bill Gates just telling all the employees, stronger, faster. All the games are compatible now.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
So wait, was backwards compatibility not a big thing on PS4?
So with the PS4, the PS3. There were, when PS4 first launched, only certain PS3 games were backwards compatible, and then more became backwards compatible, and they started just uploading more. They were trying to get people to just buy the games off of PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
And that was really kind of the thing. It wasn't 100%. But also for me, it didn't matter because I didn't own a PS3 before I got my PS4. I was an Xbox user up until when PS4 came out, and I grabbed the PS4. So I didn't own any PlayStation 3 games, so I didn't have to worry about backwards compatibility.
The worst part was you said PlayStation 5. I already thought we were past that. I really did.
PlayStation 16.
I mean, because there was the PSP. There were like all the different versions of the PS2. And,
yeah. The Dreamcast 6.0.
The PlayStation 6. You can play your N64 games on it.
So, also with that said, PlayStation 5 is looking for 2020. Some game titles that you know are going to be PlayStation. I know 2020 is on the slate for everyone.
I understand the gaming industry is like a rush, but 2020 is too soon.
No. I won't buy it at launch. I never buy the system at launch.
Because it always goes bad.
Yeah, there's always bugs. There's always problems and kinks. And with any tech, phones, things like that, I always wait the model year after, and then I get the one that came out the year before.
That's cheaper too.
It's cheaper, one, and they always have to work out bugs. They work out bugs. But with that said, there's some game titles that everyone knows are coming from E3 last year that you've seen. Games like, namely, The Last of Us 2, which is a really...
Just finished filming.
I
saw that article, I just went, filming?
Yeah, and that, man...
But I understand, like, the motion capture. I get it now.
Like... I can't wait. My heart's already beating now for how Last of Us 2 is gonna break me down as a person.
I was gonna say, is your body ready?
And make me cry like a little baby.
Yeah, your body's not ready.
So so Last of Us 2 finished filming. People are saying IGN reports that it's just rumors. They think that will be a launch title for PlayStation 5.
It makes the most sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Because here's the thing with gaming, and I'm so happy that games are doing this now. Stop rushing games. Listen to me, EA. Stop rushing games out. Like, take as much time as you want. If The Last of Us 2 is a launch title with PlayStation 5, and PlayStation 5 doesn't come out until Christmas of 2020, I'm perfectly okay with that. Because I know I'm going to get a complete and perfect game.
Yeah, don't Days Gone us again, because that's been for like 3... I understand it's out now.
And that's my next news article, keeping in the Sony realm, with another Sony exclusive game, because Sony has better exclusive games than Xbox anyway. Days Gone is about 2 weeks out of being released when we're filming this. I believe it's April 26th, I believe.
But it was announced
4 years ago.
Yeah.
4 years ago, I think.
Don't Days Gone it again.
Days Gone and Death Stranding. Those came out right at the same time, and it's been a long time coming.
Apparently there's a rumor that Norman Reedus and Hideo Kojima are going to be at E3 to talk about Death Stranding. I feel like I saw that article.
We got to get some knowledge on it. We have to. Like, we're getting weird visuals and weird... the one gameplay trailer looked like a simulation of hiking. Like, it's just like Norman Reedus walking over terrains carrying a body bag.
And
Mads
Mikkelsen as a wizard.
Yeah. So...
And Guillermo del Toro's there.
We definitely need some exposition.
Yes.
They got to give us something. Other news-wise, not much else in gaming that we have to talk about. In the world of nerddom, there's a lot of cool shit going on. There's a trailer for a new Amazon Prime series based off a comic book by ex-Marvel writer, Garth Ennis. Garth Ennis wrote for Punisher for many years, and he is also the mind behind Preacher.
Yes. But I also thought Seth Rogen had something to do with this as well.
He might be a producer. Seth Rogen
I thought
might
he was
be
one
a
of the
producer.
writers because he helped. I thought he was a writer on Preacher too.
See, I don't know that. That's news to me. That might be true. But I just knew Garth Ennis because he's actually the creator behind the comic. I believe it was also on Vertigo, which is where Preacher is. But it looks pretty badass. I love seeing Carl Urban and stuff.
Since we didn't say it, The Boys.
Yeah, The Boys.
It looks like a funny version of Watchmen.
Yes, it's R-rated Watchmen.
Watchmen was already R-rated.
But it's racy Watchmen. You know what I mean? Like it's.
You're not going to see Silk Spectre's tits in this one.
Like
you might.
You're getting cursing. Supposedly, there's a lot of sexual themes, a lot of nudity.
Her name. Ooh, who was Silk Spectre?
It was
See?
Malin Ackerman.
There you go.
Malin Ackerman.
Oh, that
Malin
was going to
Ackerman.
bother me.
Malin Ackerman.
I was going to say Margaret. No.
No, not Margot Robbie. That was before Margot. Malin Ackerman wishes she was the Margot Robbie of Margot Robbie's time. Like, I remember when Malin Ackerman became an actress for modeling and stuff like that. And I'm looking at Margot Robbie's career, and Malin Ackerman wishes she was that when she was doing her.
I don't even know what happened to Malin Ackerman.
She's been in a couple things. I couldn't tell you, and I did look it up actually not too long ago.
But yeah, just how the one scene is. I think it's the super heroine getting oral pleasures, and she crushes the guy's head like a watermelon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's going to go down that road.
So I don't know much about the comic series. Sadly, I've looked up a little research. So this is a world where superheroes are a thing. And people know that superheroes are a thing. So it's got a kind of Watchmen vibe, and they look like your classic superheroes. Capes, bright colors,
yes,
vibrant costumes. But the story of this world is that they're dickheads. Like, they're all like celebrity assholes. And there's a super group in the CIA called the Boys, who are the people that police the superheroes. So and it's kind of funny because Watchmen's like, who watches the Watchmen? That's the whole motif of Watchmen, and the Boys is like, we watch the Watchmen. Like, that's like it's kind of the anticipus of that, which is pretty. I think it looks cool.
I'm excited for it, but since you mentioned, since we both mentioned Watchmen, I'm wondering when that series comes out.
Well, it's
the
definitely
actual Watchmen series.
It's HBO. HBO. It's totally happening. There was a teaser trailer that dropped a couple months ago. And so it's a thing, you know. It's not even like a question. I don't know where the production stands with it right now.
I don't think it involves like the Watchmen that from the movie we know. I don't think the comedians in this one, because I'd hate to see someone try and redo Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Like,
here's my thing. I'm not a Watchmen comic book purist, so I've read a couple of issues like of the story. I don't know what it's gonna do. Like, is this just gonna be the Watchmen? Like, is this gonna tell the whole story of the comics, The Watchmen? And if that's the case, cool. But I thought along the line I hear this is just another story in the universe.
I think it is. I think it's the new series they came out with where Rorschach is back, and he's actually black this time, which was a huge thing. I just went, why does it matter?
Yeah.
Because he wears the cool mask the whole time. But I think it's gonna follow that line. That's my guess.
Okay. All right, so we got that.
Anyway, The Boys.
The Boys. In other trailer news, why?
You are so mad at yourself for this.
Why do I enjoy the trailer for Hobbs and Shaw?
Because it looks hilarious. You're going to be sitting in your theater just going, this isn't realistic.
It's everything's so over the top. And I feel like Fast and Furious has claimed it now. And I was saying this while watching the trailer. It's like Crank. And I loved Crank because Crank knew what it was. Yeah. And it delivered for everything it needed to be. And I feel like the Fast and Furious franchise has now reached that level with Hobbs and Shaw. Because everything, he pulls out a helicopter. Who's he, Captain America? Like.
They mentioned Black Superman, so I think you're crossing brands right there.
Idris Elba looks great.
And he's Black Adam.
Dwayne Johnson's great. Jason Statham's great.
They are a great duo. I kind of prefer it over him and Kevin Hart, though.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I would pay more money to see team-up movies with Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham over Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart.
Wait, Justin, what was the one that got you? He pulled the guy off the motorcycle? That's what okay.
Clothesline motherfucker on a motorcycle.
Like, I mean, when you're The Rock, you can pretty much do what you want.
He didn't clothesline, he grabbed him.
So Hobbs and Shaw trailer. But
but who doesn't want to do that to the fucking motorcycle people who just want to weave in and out of cars? You just want to reach out and just I don't want to shatter my arm at the same time though.
You're not The Rock, that's the problem.
Yeah, if my arm was the size of that, I wouldn't have a problem.
Yes, exactly. So in other nerddom news, because the last time we recorded was the top medieval games. It was a Game of Thrones episode. Game of Thrones is out.
Yes.
So we are one episode into the final season of Game of Thrones.
5 to go.
All right. So what was your thoughts about?
I felt like Thanos saying that. 1 down, 5 to go. I just didn't appreciate it was such a short episode. I felt super bad for Samuel. Oh.
Like,
I just go back to my parents' home, and she just kind of looks at him just like, you think you can go home now?
the memes have been so crisp and so on point, and it's just
made by you.
Yeah, some shared by me mostly. I only made a couple.
Your brand ones were great.
Sam's whole thing, like, he's like, oh, cool, my dad. He's like, yeah, your dad's. Well, my brother is like, yeah, so about that too.
Yeah, he wanted to stand next to him. He thought they were having a cookout.
Just want to let you know, your brother's kind of.
Sounds just the mom and sister. Yeah, mom and sister.
Yeah. So Sam is he's the head of Hornhill now.
His own house, yeah.
I enjoyed the episode very, very much. A lot of people.
Did you feel like the comedy moments were too much? At some point, I kind of just went, okay, let's not make this jokey. This is still serious.
No, I thought it was good. So I already did a podcast actually with the guys from Honestly Nerd. Shout out to Chris and Ray. That's Canadian Shatora and Chris Nolan on Facebook. And Honestly Nerds by Razor View Productions. Check those guys out. They're really cool. I've done a couple episodes with them. And we did Game of Thrones episode. And the one thing they were saying about the episode is that I gave it a 7.5. Like, I'm like, it was a good episode. Like, it wasn't bad. It was good, and I knew it was going to be slow. I knew it was just going to be people reintroducing. There's characters that have not met each other or talked to each other in over 8 years.
True.
Like, and everyone goes back to it, but I only say as a defense point. Arya hasn't seen the Hound in 6 years. She hasn't seen her brother John in 8 years. She hasn't seen Gendry in 6 years. You know, like, that means something. And having those introductions and those meetups are valid.
I'm going to take your 7.5 and go to an 8. Just of how the episode started, we got Arya before everyone.
Yes.
That's why I get
I'll change it. For that, I'll change it to an 8. For that, I'll change it to an 8.
But no, I just, like, because the whole time, I like how she saw the kid running around, and she, like, you just went, that was you. Like,
yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm. That was an awesome setback. She was really cool.
And how she sees the dragons for the first time, and it's not fear. It's more like
curiosity. Like, wow.
Like, how do I fight that?
Yeah, right. You're like, yeah. Like, do I stab that with the pointy end?
I'm very curious about her weapon request.
So, what do you think? I think it's gonna be another dagger.
It looks like a spear almost, like a spear.
I mean, yeah. Imagine her like shooting like fucking like crossbow or like some.
Yeah,
it's gonna be Arya.
I'm gonna have to rewatch again tonight, but I thought that's what it was. It's like
so we gotta talk theories. I have a really big theory, and I'll save that for the end. But I'm gonna say my big end of the third. Who's just in the third theory? I think Dany's gonna either die or get killed, and I think may or may not Jon might be the person to kill Dany. But I also think that Jon will win the throne and refuse it and be like, I don't want to be king, and Sansa will sit on the throne. That's my theory. Or my other theory is there will be no throne, and we'll just have rulers in different areas, like the king in the north, King of Dorne, the king of the Iron Islands, like they used to have before.
I see Jon dying.
Oh, you see Jon dying,
and Dany takes the throne just to honor him. And that's just how in my head I'm seeing it. But since we're talking about the throne, this gave white girls everywhere on Tinder or whatever app they use for hookups. It's in every Instagram profile I've seen. That fucking Cersei.
If you want a whore, go out and buy one. If you want a queen, you have to earn her.
The dumbest fucking shit. It makes sense.
It's a good line.
It's a good line.
It's a good one.
But every
thoughts everywhere.
Every
like
white,
Buzz Lightyear meme.
Any white bitch who can chug a Four Loko is gonna be fucking good.
Hey, you know what's great, Bill?
If she drinks pickleback, she's gonna tell you that.
I at least love that your racism knows no bounds.
Well, I can go. You know what? I'm gonna fully just say fuck that now. Black women already see themselves as queens, so.
Oh, all right. Amen, brother. Amen. All right.
But God, when that, and still how she like stopped and turned like, nah, fuck it, come get it. You kind of just went, You just played yourself.
It was, and people keep talking about it, but like that was a strategic move because Cersei's supposedly, quote unquote, pregnant, so she can use this as a power move to be like, yeah, I'm pregnant, but it's Euron's baby, or be like, yeah, like Jaime, I don't got you. Like she has some angles she can work with this. It's typical Cersei, and I like it. Cersei annoys me and Cersei pisses me off and I hate her, and that's perfect because that's what that character's supposed to do. I'm proud. I hate Euron. Euron's a plot device. Euron's a plot device to divide Jaime and Cersei.
I just like his little quick lines and just how he digs at people.
Euron's a plot device to divide Jaime and Cersei, and that kind of bothers me about him. I don't mind his. I guess I kind of do mind him as a character, to think about it. But I don't know. Euron, I don't have a problem with him. Like he's there, cool. He's a dick. I get it, but that's really how I feel. Like I don't care more about him.
Fear still of the mountain is hilarious to me.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for the Hound to finally see me and just go, what'd they do to you?
Can't wait. So
I know you want cocaine bowls. Like,
let me talk about my big theory. So.
Oh, if this is the same one you told me before. No.
Yes.
I don't want to hear it again.
So, Bill's, many people's favorite character, Arya Stark, has a list, and on her list is Cersei Lannister. I believe after the Battle of Winterfell, at some point, she's like, I'm going to go kill the Queen. Because Cersei's not going to send an army to go help. So, I think there's, like, after the battle...
Tyrion said she would.
After the battle, I think... because Tyrion, I thought you were the most clever man I ever knew. So, I think after that, when they're reconvening, Arya's gonna be fuck this. I'm going to kill the Queen. Like we have to go kill the Queen. And I think she's gonna try and kill Cersei. Someone had added a little nuance to this. So like, I think she's gonna try and kill Cersei. The Mountain's gonna end up killing Arya, and then the Hound, out of rage, will kill the Mountain and will get Game Bowl. Because of that scenario. Someone threw a twist in that they think Jaime is going to die at the Battle of Winterfell, and Cersei is going to take his face, and she will kill Cersei as Jaime Lannister, and that will fulfill the prophecy of Jaime Lannister being the Valonqor and killing Cersei. And I was like, I kind of like that twist.
But you're saying Jaime dies, but you're not counting on what Brienne's going to do.
See, I know. But these are all theories.
Yeah,
these are all theories. So
I don't know. I just want to see that. I just want to see him just go, what'd they do to you? Because I feel like that's what Euron. Also, Euron is coming back now after disappearing when he finally saw a white. Oh, the creature's not, everyone on there is white.
That was good.
I saw it everywhere.
That was good.
I mean, it's not like you saw a Grey Woman like, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
Never mind, we're going a different road. Different road.
When Grey Worm Missing Day rolled through fucking Winterfell, they were like barbecue Becky on their phones, there's some dark people up in here. Like they're walking around. There's some dark-skinned people just walking around living their life.
Euron goes, I'm taking the ships.
So,
no, just like how, why is he back now? Because he ran after that, after seeing what they were supposed to face.
What brought him back? No, because he ran me so he had the face, and then he ended up capturing, Greyjoy.
Yara?
Yara.
Okay.
Wow. Captured Yara, and then he came back like, look what I got, I have a present for you.
Okay.
Remember? And then they came back, and then Theon Redemption, finally, 7 years later, Theon Redemption.
They got punched in the face for it.
Saves Yara, and kills Rob, Mac.
Yes, I saw. For a moment, I was like, why is this camera lingering on this guy? And then, I saw the next day, I just went, oh, I see it.
So Mac from It's Always Sunny starred
in all the episodes, though, the little celebrity cameo.
Why not?
Did you see that part of this episode was apparently directed by George Lucas, though?
I saw something about that on IGN, actually. I did.
I found that
read
interesting.
something about that. I did read something about that. So, yeah, so Thrones, y'all. We got episode 2 coming on tonight.
I just want to say, John's going to look at Bran and go, I'm your father.
Something else has been brewing in the month of April. We are now 5 days away from the release.
Well, I mean, you're 6.
Stop. Shut up. That wasn't even funny. That's not even fair. We're 5 or 6 days away from the release of 4 or 5 days away.
I already promised you I won't talk to you for like 48 hours
of Avengers Endgame. Oh yeah, so I couldn't get Thursday night tickets. I have Friday tickets. I'm going dark on social media. Thursday 5 o'clock when I leave work. Phone. I'm gonna delete Facebook, Reddit, Tumblr, Twitter.
I'm gonna be civil. You softballed that one, but I'm gonna be good. You softballed that one, but I'm not gonna touch it.
I'm gonna go. Whatever. Anyway, continue. So you're seeing Thursday.
Yes, at 9 o'clock. And I'm honestly, I won't talk to you for like a good 72 hours.
Bill got to get in the handicap row because he's challenged.
Yeah. My girlfriend would agree. She had to do a fucking hour car ride with me and was ready to kick me out for 10 minutes for all the puns I was doing. She went, I immediately regret asking you to come with me.
It's finally hitting me. Like, I watched Infinity War about
I'm gonna have to watch it
a week ago. I just watched it a week ago. So I was sitting at home, I had nothing to do, and I'm like, you know what? I wanted to watch all of them, and I didn't. And I'm like, well, let me just watch Infinity War so I can, prep myself. And I watched Infinity War, and now that we're, in the week of it about to release, which is coming out this Thursday, now I'm like, shit, yo, it's about to happen.
At least the one...
It's about to go down.
The one benefit is you don't really need to see Captain Marvel again, because it doesn't really tie in that much.
No.
It was just kind of going, oh, yes.
There's setbacks.
Yeah.
There's little setbacks.
I'm going to watch Infinity War right before I go. I feel like it's really the only one I really need to pay attention to.
You took off of work for this.
I did.
You're that nerd. You're the nerd that requested time off. To go
I don't give a shit.
I wish I could have.
I'm waiting for him to go, what's it for? Be like, oh, my friends have this thing. And if they go for what? I'm like, spoiling huge fucking movies. That's what I'm not letting that happen. That's how fucking Star Wars Force Awakens was ruined for me before I saw it. Like, oh yeah, Hyundai. Like,
yeah, I knew. It took me 2 or 3 weeks to see Force Awakens, and someone had shared a Han spoiler.
I wish they would have spoiled Last Jedi for me.
Yeah. Spoiled what? Luke died. No shit. Everyone knew Luke was gonna die.
Last Jedi.
As soon as Last Jedi, the title, I'm like, oh, so Luke's gonna die. Duh. That's how that works. But yeah, so Avengers is coming out. I'm super duper excited. I'm not prepared to have Cap die in front of my own eyes. I don't know if my own eyes are ready to see Captain America die on screen. I thought I was ready for Tony to die, and I say it all the time. When Tony gets, every time, even when I watched Infinity War the other night, when Tony gets stabbed, I go, you gasp because you're just he puts up such a fight. I talked about this to share something. I hate the fact how much that you cannot do that. You cannot do that. That's exactly what you don't do while someone's recording.
She's thinking about doing it again.
I'm just gonna leave it in at this point. I'm not even gonna edit it out. That was Studio Mom. That was Studio Mom. Studio Mom. But
I'm ready to see Groot again. That's all I can say.
Are you ready to see Groot again? So I saw the new trailer. They're on the spaceship.
Yeah.
And it's who hasn't been in space before? And a couple people raised their hands, like Falcon. Oh, not Falcon.
War Machine.
Yeah.
Rhodey.
Don Cheadle. Rhodey. He's like, don't you throw up in my spaceship.
I don't want to see any more trailers. I just want to go in with what I already know.
Yeah.
They've already done the whole thing. Oh yeah, the team putting their hands and it resembles Tony's heart. I went, stop it.
So, do you think out of Cap and Tony, Do you think they're both going to die, or do you think
Cap's dying.
Cap's dying.
Tony will probably live. He'll probably just show up in cameos from now on.
Okay.
Like when they really need like that extra, like mentor type thing. That's when Tony will show up.
Cool. I'm in your boat. I think it could be both, but I definitely see Cap going. I know we were just talking about this. I know all three of the major threes contracts are up. So Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, and Chris Hemsworth contracts end with.
But Hemsworth has already said he's going to come back.
Hemsworth's already said he's going to come back. Evans was the one out of all of them that said, when it's over, I'm done. He said, I'm not coming back. RDJ initially said, I'm done. But he's even recently said, you know what, maybe I would come back. And then I was just talking to someone yesterday at Goblet, and they were like, I think Evans said that too, that he said he might come back. I can see any or all of them coming back. I also don't necessarily see Cap dying. I see them sending Cap to the past. Or we see Cap from the past. You know, like,
to see Agent Carter again.
You know, like I can see that, because as much as Cap dying, I feel like is the punch in the ribs that the MCU is going to give to us. I think at the same time they know that, and they know that people are expecting that, so they want to give him a redemption because he's a great character. So.
I feel like they're going to go through this is how I see Cap's thing going. They're going to send him back. He's going to see Agent Carter again.
Okay.
But he's going to be like so focused on the mission that in the end he's going to go, can you just send me back with her?
Okay. I can see that. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know how it's going to work.
Guess.
Shit's going to go down. People are going to die.
They did cancel our TV show though, so I don't know.
People are going to die, and it's going to be heartbreaking. It's going to be heartbreaking. All right, so
I also have the feeling we're going to see our next big villain by the end of this movie.
You know what? Let's talk about that real quick. Actually, I was about to try and comfort break, but
everyone's theory is Galactus.
I still do think that there's going to be a villain in this movie that's not Thanos.
Oh, no, not in the movie. I like
after credits.
Oh yeah, the after credits scene is going to like give you the hint of who it's going to be, like the first Avengers movie.
Do you think this is going to be like? So you're going with the theory that the after credit scene will tie in these Fox entities that we haven't seen?
No.
Galactus
is owned by Fox.
Well, he was because he was with Fantastic Four. That's what we said. You're saying I'm just curious.
I'm believing in Feige right now. He says not until 2020 we won't see anything from that.
Same.
That's just my. I don't know. But I feel like it'd be like the first Avengers movie where they just showed Thanos and you just go, "Oh, this is where this is going."
I'm gonna go with an oddball, crazy after credits or something happening in the movie. It may happen, may not happen.
Mordo.
No, not Mordo. Adam Warlock. Because Adam Warlock is tied to the Infinity Stones. He is the keeper of the Soul Stone in the comics, and we already know that we are going to get Adam Warlock because of Guardians 3.
If James Gunn's a producer on this, then yes.
So, I can see I see that because he is a very important character in Marvel and a very strong character in Marvel, and I think he might be one of the faces of the future, because now we're ushering out the old and bringing in the new, obviously. So I see Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock's more like a Captain America meets Captain Marvel, like base male, cosmic character, but like he's a protector. He's got a very good structure of morals and ethical code. So I can see that being the future. So who knows?
We will find out.
We will find out.
On that note, I believe it's time for the break.
Yeah, it's time for a break. We're going to take a break, guys. We will be right back with our top 3 favorite sci-fi games. Make sure you stick around.
You know, I already flashed my head. Jesus.
My mom, man. My mom.
No, studio mom. Camera's still on.
Can't take her anywhere.
Oh, God. I can't take this fucking
Look at it. You're talking about me knocking over bottles, and you're knocking over bottles.
I'll knock over all this goddamn
goddamn
shit.
We'll just blame it on Orlando.
The boys will be back right after this quick break.
So what up, guys? We're back on break. We're gonna get into our top 3 favorite sci-fi games, and this week, Bill, do you want to start off? I think I started last week.
Oh, I'll fully start off. My first is Bioshock.
Bioshock.
You're not the one. Easily.
Ooh. And that's
I'm gonna go to the original.
Yeah, and it's your number 3, so I can only imagine what your number 1 could be.
Well, I think we were going to agree on something, but we kind of already said top 3.
Well, yeah.
I think this is going to be the first time we ever do top 4.
Yeah, this will be a top 4. And you guys will see it'll make sense.
This is, because this was a very hard list to come up with, but no, Bioshock. And even you know, just opening a Bioshock, you're just like, oh,
welcome
shit.
to Rapture.
And just how you're just like sitting in the bathysphere and he goes, and I had that idea, and it was Rapture, and you kind of see the whole city. And just the combat mechanics, and the storyline, and the twists.
Bioshock was a game changer. Hands down game changer, one of the best top 10 games to ever come out, in my opinion.
I feel like Call of Duty tried to have like the twist, or was the Modern Warfare?
Modern Warfare 2 had a really cool twist.
Was that before or after this?
I don't remember.
I feel like Bioshock was like one of the pioneers in twist gaming.
This was a story that like I remember like I didn't play it when it came out. And when it came out, everyone was like, dude, like, if you want to, like, you gotta play it. And I finally got to sit alongside someone that played it. I didn't actually play it. I watched it, and it really took story writing and gaming to a level that you don't get to see very often.
Yeah, because no one gets it anymore. Like, gaming is not just Grand Theft Auto where you can just break into cars and all that. That's like,
yes.
But also with Grand Theft Auto, now it's storylines and all that. Like, there are many movies, as we said before on here. And Bioshock, if that was ever a TV series, I don't care if it was on Prime.
That would be. I think a Bioshock TV series would be awesome.
I mean, we got a Warcraft movie. Why can't we get a Bioshock TV series?
I would totally sign in for that. I think that would be like, and especially a series, not a movie.
Yeah.
Just living in the world of Bioshock. Maybe like the story through the eyes of like a Big Daddy.
Well, yeah. Would you rather have Rapture or Columbia? Rapture.
I would rather have Rapture. I would love to see a story in the world of Bioshock, like Bioshock 2. It's funny. So I think Bioshock 1 is a superior game to Bioshock 2 because playing as Big Daddy becomes kind of derivative.
Monotonous.
Because you're...
and it's also repetitive.
Yeah, repetitive. But I feel if I wanted to watch a series, I would love to watch a series from the eyes of a guy that is a Big Daddy. I think that'd be a cooler perspective.
I think the sad part is once you're in the suit, though, you don't get out. So they really have to pick the actor. Yeah. But no, in Bioshock 2, my favorite was, though, when you're the little sister, and you're collecting, and you see what she sees, and it just keeps cutting back and forth. Like, she sees, like, a grand, elegant ballroom. Yeah. Then it will cut back into, like, you're in a jail cell. Yeah. Which I just thought, okay. That's a very interesting way to see it.
Seriously, great writing. One of the best sci-fi games, one of the best games. Most definitely. I love Bioshock.
Well, I guess I'll ask this. What is your number 4, sir?
Well, okay, so what's my number 4? So, my number 4 is going to be... there's so many honorable mentions, so many games I want to
bring up. We're going to get to those.
You know what? My number 4 is I'm going to pick Destiny 2.
Really?
Destiny 2. I was going to pick Toe Jim and Earl. And anyone knows me, I'm a big nostalgia gamer, and Toe Jim and Earl is one of those games that was like so off the beaten path and a lot of fun, and it really sticks with me in my memory. And by the way, there's a new Toe Jim and Earl that has been crowdsourced and coming out and everything like that, which is really awesome. But I really had so much fun with Destiny, and I want to give a shout out to it because
that really got you into online. Which you never really did.
I was never a big online gamer. At times, like, whenever there were games that were buzzing, and I had friends that played them, I played with them. So, Modern Warfare 2, totally. Black Ops 2, I played a lot of that. But, honest, Left 4 Dead, that was another big one. Other than that, no, I'm not a big online
Justin
gamer.
said sci-fi game.
Sci-fi game, yeah.
You fucking... Yeah, go play your PUBG and 13-year-olds. Fucking Arquette, never mind.
Like
I understand it has like a very vast storyline. I see people when the DLC comes out, they lose their shit.
So, and I haven't played any of it. The Destiny DLC was supposed to be really, really good. I had a lot of fun with that game, and my biggest problem, and because of this, and this is why I don't play a lot of online games. The only time online games are fun to me are when I'm playing with my friends. And I used to be a part of an online community, and I had friends, across the nation and the world, really, when I was big into Left 4 Dead, but I don't have the time for that anymore.
It's like,
so if
online gaming is meant to introduce you to people, but we have social anxiety, so meeting new people just don't have time for that.
That just sounds exhausting.
It does. I'm not trying to play that shit.
So Destiny 2 is my number 3. That was a lot of fun. Toe Jam and Earl will be in the honorable mentions amongst with a dozen other games.
Oh god, our honorable mentions are a very long list.
What's your number 2?
Doom.
Okay. So are you going OG Doom or Doom? Well, just the Doom series.
Doom series.
Doom series.
It's still, even with that remake they tried to do in like right around when the movie came out.
Yeah.
I still enjoyed it. That was honestly my favorite of all of them. But no, Doom, I just remember playing that as a kid. You didn't have the up and down. You just side to side.
The sway as you ran. Yeah, I say it all the time. First game I ever pirated.
Yeah.
First game I ever pirated.
I was never really that good at it. Well, the one for the movie I was. The last one, I was decent, but I got tired of how it progressed. Mm-hmm. But still, it's one of those things where it pretty much goes, hey, you're in space, this space station, there's aliens, but fuck it, there's demons, you gotta kill everything. You kind of just, it's all overwhelming at first when you really but it really is, as I was saying, games go for storylines now, Doom does not give a shit.
No, yeah.
Doom is just like, what is the gorier way we can kill things?
Yeah, it's hell on Mars and just mayhem. And that's always been Doom. And that's great.
I'm sure there's a more storyline than I'm sure the viewers will probably point out to me. But,
of course there is.
But it's just like the goriest shit you've ever seen, and I fucking love it. Like, well, I don't want to say Psycho because play that game, because then they probably get ideas. But it's like the best
We're
version.
going now. We're around the anniversary of Columbine. We can't talk about how video games and violence go together.
Hey, Penn and Teller already proved that shit ain't real. They gave a kid an assault rifle and he cried. But no, it's just one of those ones where I see it as like a stretch release game. Like Dead Rising would be as well.
Yeah.
It's like you just get to go, you get to beat the shit out of them.
Yeah. Murder mass amounts of people and have a lot of fun doing it.
They're not people, but they're demons.
Demons,
like
yeah.
You're killing your own demons.
There you go. And it's supportive. It's helping you.
Yeah. Costs $60. The government frowns upon it.
My number 2 that I'm going to go with for top sci-fi games is going to be Portal.
Of course. You love Portal.
I love Portal. I really, really love Portal. And Portal is, of course, an offshoot, as you say, of Half-Life.
Yes.
It takes
same developers, which we haven't heard much from them.
Yeah, Valve. We talk about it all the time. Valve's very quiet when it comes to doing anything, because they can put Half-Life 3 out and make billions of dollars off of it, but they haven't.
They wouldn't need any promotion for it at all.
I say it all the time. It's Steam. Steam's making so much money being Steam that they don't have the care or need to put money into Valve anymore. And I get it, but at the same time, dude, give me episode 3.
But it's also
just
kind of cool
give me Half-Life episode 3.
That they let the fans do their own made video games on there and put them up there, so they could even just license it as that.
Yeah, Black makes it.
Black. So I really need on that.
So but Portal was so much fun. Portal's whole premise was the Portal gun was a gun which is created by Aperture Science.
Was it Wayland Utani? Because I saw how that.
That
didn't work out.
Well, trust me, Aperture Science is any better than Wayland Utani at all.
It's Eastern eggs. So.
Yeah, don't worry. The nerds that actually watch this show and listen to this show will get the Wayland Utani reference.
Yeah, they're probably gonna be more mad. Like, how do you put?
So it focuses on the basically the R&D. It's like the research and development for using the Portal gun, which is made by Aperture Science, which is one of the major entities in the Half-Life universe. And you play as a test subject that is being run through tests and projects by awesomely dry, sarcastic, and inherently evil AI GLaDOS.
You have used GLaDOS for so many things.
She's a great character. She's one of the best characters in video game history.
I feel like I see her pop up on the list all the time. That's why I'm just always like, I have no problem with
She was just so well written. Like, she really was. Like, if any video game review, podcast, site does anything about the top 100 characters in video game history, GLaDOS is easily in the top 50. she'd probably be my top 25.
Wow, you know someone's going to piss you off and you're number 51 now.
Yeah, right? I hope that we're important enough that people care enough to spite me that much.
I feel like someone will.
I hope. But yeah, so I'm going with Portal for my number.
Now, since we mentioned BioShock as a TV series, would you watch Portal as a TV series? Because it kind of sounds like a very interesting... Well,
Portal would have to be a miniseries.
Like a Black Mirror type thing. Like every episode is a new test subject, a new weapon.
Oh, like an Aperture Science or like a Black Mesa TV series like that.
Yes.
That I think would be cool because I think Half-Life has enough stories that it could tell. But I could watch a Portal series, but it would either have to be a movie or a episode miniseries and end. It's not something I would like to see stretch over a long period of time.
Yeah, now that you just mentioned Half-Life TV show, do you ever think we'll see that in our lifetime? Probably not.
I don't think so.
That's probably super expensive.
I don't think so. I think it's super expensive, and I think it could be good, but the buzz is gone on it. And that's the thing I never understood about it is because why haven't you guys pushed this game out? Because there was a buzz. There still is a community that loves it.
It's a very underground buzz, though.
Yeah, at this point, yeah. So that was my number 2 or my number 3, actually, whatever. So
guys, this is all going to make sense. We swear to God.
What do you have next on your list?
I mean, usually this is where we do honorable mentions, but I guess we'll do that before. We'll do that before we do our number 1.
Okay.
Mine is one I would fucking love to see as a TV series. StarCraft.
Okay. Yes.
That just sounds like a great TV show.
That really does. Now I would love to see it, and they could probably split perspective. Like, don't make it about the Terrans. Like, I would like to see, they go on like a main character that's a Zerg, a main character that's Protoss, a main character that's a Terran, and like seeing their worlds from their perspectives of what they're doing. Like, obviously the Zergs are quote unquote inherently evil. They're the bad guys, but I would like to see what goes on in their life.
I think there should be a grunt or a Marine for the Terrans.
Yeah.
Kerrigan for the Zerg, and just one of the Templars for the Protoss.
It was definitely a Protoss. Templar. Even like a Dark Templar. Dark Templars were my favorite. They were.
But also, like, every nerd nowadays knows this was like the pinnacle of real-time strategy.
Yeah.
And they loved it, and you see the quotes everywhere. Yes, it came off of StarCraft or Warcraft. We haven't had a Warcraft game in quite a while that isn't online.
Yeah. Warcraft's great, and World of Warcraft's phenomenal, but I was, out of all the Blizzard RTS games, or all the RTS games, period, I was a StarCraft guy. I loved StarCraft so much more than Warcraft. Like, I played a little bit of Warcraft 2, but I mostly played StarCraft Brood War, and I played it for years. That's one of my favorite games of all time.
I purchased the Warcraft Reforged just because I remember that game growing up, and it was just such fun to play. Yeah. But no, StarCraft, my favorite were always the holdout missions.
Yeah.
The ones where you need to just survive. I was just like, all right, poke everything and let's just go.
BGH, no rush. Big Game Hunters, no rush. That's what we always played.
If I wanted to be very ballsy, I would go out and try and destroy some bases, but I usually didn't. My shit was just packed. It'd be like, you have to let so many people, or you have to last for this long. I would go like a half hour past the time.
I didn't play StarCraft 3 when it came out. I should go back and do that. Because I had a lot of fun with that, and I could see picking that back up. Just talking about it, just make me think about it. It's making me like, oh, you know what, man, I should go back and see.
It's just a great way to like really test your mind, like your strategies in your head. Mine is just always bears. Or no, bunker is what I mean. But people weren't fucking on that shit. Yeah. But then you watch the tournament things, you just go, fuck, I suck.
Dude, people take this game seriously, and and they get really good at it. I wish I could have been that good.
I feel like it's time for my Rage Ticket episode. Like, you feel like Asian parents, instead of telling their kids to play violin, or like, you build your Zerg base.
Get good at this game.
You want dinner? You want dinner? Build Zerg base. Alright, number 2. Before this goes too far.
You want dinner? Beat the first 3 bosses of Bloodborne.
You died twice in main campaign. You bring disgrace on family.
So my number 2.
Wow, you really let me go there.
I was going to leave it alone. I wasn't even going to come in.
It's probably good.
It is, of course, not surprisingly, Fallout.
Oh God.
So
you were worried. You were like, does this kind of sci-fi went? Reese, their squirrel is the size of pit bulls.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it counts.
There's aliens. There's future tech because it does take place in the year 2077. Fallout 3 does at least. In New Vegas is 2080. I don't know. I forget. Whatever. Sure, but I don't know. There's some timelines on the Fallout timeline. I've been drinking.
I can just see you on New Year's Eve 2079, just with your rifle, just like, I'm ready.
No. So Halloween, October 31st, 2076 is the Great War. Awesome. I believe. Yeah, 2076. And
Great, you're gonna be sitting on a porch wearing Orlando's mask.
Yeah.
He's gonna be very upset about that.
So it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be ready for the
Rat
Rat Scorpions. Ready for Rat Scorpions. But it's fall, man. It's fall.
Are you gonna do a new movie by then, or kind of
maybe he'll start on the Fallout movie.
Aren't you banging Kate Beckinsale? How's her career going?
No, Kate Beckinsale's with Pete Davidson. And it blows my mind.
Orlando, you done fucked up.
It blows my mind. Orlando Bloom's probably like 15 women deep in a brothel in fucking the French Riviera right now. Are you kidding me? Orlando Bloom's doing good for himself. Wherever he is.
How's that Hobbit money working?
Wherever he is, he's doing all right.
Strong silent type? I like that about you.
But yeah, it's Fallout. You know, how can you not pick Fallout? I
would still enjoy playing Fallout. It's just such a fun game to play.
I haven't done a run in a couple of years. It's been a couple of years. Maybe I'll go back and revisit.
Are you mad that you... How do I word this? That you didn't jump on 76 right away and just kind of experience what everyone else did? Or are you happy that you missed it?
To be honest, I'm happy that I missed it. And this is why. I don't think I would have Fallout 76...
You would have found something that you liked.
Fallout 76 was a problematic game, quote unquote. I don't think I would have played it and been like, this game sucks, I hate Fallout now. That's not everyone did. That's not me. I feel like I would have failed something like that. I would have found something I liked about it, I would have enjoyed it. But overall, the fact that I didn't play it doesn't bother me. Because now, with that said, my idea of Fallout's not tarnished.
In my opinion, it feels like 76 just kind of is fading away and everyone's trying to forget about it. And that 4 was the last one.
Well, here's the thing. When 76 got announced, when that first trailer came out, before we even knew what it was, everyone, and me included, was like, oh, this isn't going to be a new Fallout game. Fallout 4 only came out like 3 years ago. Like, these games take years before another one comes out. So when 76 actually got announced and you found out it was a new game and a new part of the universe, it was actually shocking. Everyone was expecting Fallout 3 Remastered because it was the 10-year anniversary. So, that's why it's really not that big a deal for me and why I don't care, because I wasn't expecting a Fallout 5 this soon anyway. So I feel like a Fallout 5 is going to be on the horizon, and that will be fine, because when that comes out, that will come out in the timeline I would expect it to.
But you can look at it this way, though. We said the same thing with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. When that came out, we went, this is rushed.
Yeah, okay, agreed.
And apparently it's their best game of all time.
Yeah, and that speaks to the other side of that argument. That's very true.
Which sometimes you can rush, it works.
Yes.
Other times, Mass Effect 3, it fails.
Yes. Anthem, it fails. And, again, Fallout 76, it fails.
I still do feel sorry for you that Anthem sucks.
I'm just glad I didn't pay a lot of money for it. That's why I'm not upset. I only paid $25 for it.
Because, your recommendations for it were just, oh, you probably played it. Someone's going, oh, then I keep saying, worst game of all time is good. Oh, shit. It's probably one of those ones I'm going to wait a little bit longer.
Man, you're not missing anything. That's the thing. You're not missing anything. It was fun. It held me over. I didn't have a game to play. I paid $25 for it.
I think
sure.
You said you identified it as mini Titanfall.
It was Titanfall Destiny.
There you go.
It was Titanfall Destiny. And it is what it is. But they failed on a lot of points. A lot of points that could have easily made the game a little better, in my opinion. And they fixed a lot. They listened to fans, and they fixed a lot. But it was still just a problematic game. It's a problematic game. So, let's talk about the honorable mentions.
This is going to be longer than honorable mentions.
Sci-fi video games throughout the years. First off, let's just...
I never realized how many sci-fi video games we play.
Let's just take off the record every Star Wars game.
Yeah.
Boom. Sci-fi games. Every
Knights of the Republic.
Force Unleashed. Rogue Squadron, Shadows of the Empire,
If you didn't
Rebel
enjoy one of those,
Assault.
what the fuck is wrong with
Yeah,
you?
so
This is not the episode for you.
yeah, so Star Wars games, boom. And let's look at these first-person shooters for the PCs. You got the OG Daddy, Wolfenstein 3D.
Oh,
you,
God,
you
yes.
already had Doom. Duke
I
Nukem.
didn't really view Wolfenstein as sci-fi, but when I really think about it, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It is.
You already had Doom. Duke Nukem.
Yes.
You know, of course.
Oh my God, I loved playing that one as a kid too.
Quake.
Oh,
You know?
the nail gun.
Yeah. So then it brought also to the forefront other first-person shooters like Gears of War on the console. Halo, of course. We cannot do this. We're not big Halo fans, but we cannot talk about sci-fi games.
I thought about putting
without-
Halo on my list,
Yeah.
but like as you said, Halo, Gears of War, like the ones me and Lisa Reese have literally just said are their own mini movies. So why do you even
Yeah.
like Gears is a cinematic experience in itself. Halo is as well.
Yeah.
Although they've actually done the movies with Halo, so that argument is redundant.
The animated movies are great too, and the live actions that they do are great too. Everything, it's so weird, and that's
Actually,
been weird for me
missed
because
news.
I'm.
Pablo Schreiber was cast as Master Chief in the Halo series.
I didn't know that was actually happening.
I saw that news like everywhere this week. I don't know how he found. I mean, he's a great actor.
All right.
He's not just porn stash.
Yeah.
Den of Thieves, he was great in. He's American Gods. What the hell is his name?
He's not the Leprechaun, is he?
He is the Leprechaun. That's the Leprechaun is Master Chief.
Oh, what is his name? McSweeney or something? That's horrible.
Crazy McSweeney? No.
Crazy. Oh shit!
No, we suck at this.
Yeah, we
They don't
were-
say his name that much. Mad Sweeney.
Matt Sweeney.
Like honestly, a great actor. He brings so much to that
I didn't
role.
know that was Matt Sweeney.
Yeah, that's
Porn stash is Matt Sweeney.
Yep.
And
He got jacked from Mad Sweeney.
as much as I hated Porn Stash's character because you were supposed to hate him, he was a great actor. He did a
yes.
great job as Porn Stash. Porn Stash was one of my favorite piece of shit characters on that
And
show.
also finding out that he's Lee Schreiber's brother.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that's his brother.
He's Sabretooth Jr.
Yeah. And now he's Master Chief, so you think he's gonna rub that in his face all the time? But like, hey,
Oh, I was the cooler nerd character.
hey, dude, you know that X-Men movie you fucked up? I get to be Master Chief.
So yeah, of course Halo.
Looks like I got a lead role.
Of course, newer first-person shooters. In the spirit of Halo, Borderlands.
God.
Overwatch. Deus Ex. Gotta.
I only played one or two Deus Ex. They were interesting to play. The communication skills in that were kind of shitty. I didn't really like the combat skills. It's still a fun game. Storyline great,
Yeah.
but dude, there's so many sci-fi games.
Now-
Here, it's like not even funny.
Now, here's a weird thing. You just brought up. We talked about it earlier. It's not really. But would you consider Assassin's Creed a sci-fi game?
I mean, technically, you're using
You know,
science
with
to
like
tap into someone's memories to make them live something out, and we don't have that technology, so it's fiction. So sci-fi. Yep. Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed.
I am so mad I just had to do that fucking description for that.
Why did I use that many brain cells to have to come with this? So yeah, there's so many, and there's so many that we're forgetting.
There was one you were going to put on your list. Oddworld.
Oddworld, yes.
As you said earlier, Toe Jim and Earl.
Yeah.
Earthworm Jim.
Dude, like,
That's how I found out we played a lot of sci-fi.
yeah, there's a lot of good sci-fi games. Another one that you were gonna put on your list, Dead Space. We didn't bring up Dead Space.
Yeah. Just getting to
So,
slice aliens in half with a railgun.
There's so many, but if we're gonna talk about them, me and Bill.
This is why there's 4.
We kept saying like, well, who's gonna pick the number one because it's both our number one favorite sci-fi game.
Also, if you guys haven't figured out what number 1 is by now, there's probably a problem. Jesus. That was me using my
cat-like reflexes.
my Vanguard.
Nothing broke. Actually.
Don't jinx that. You're gonna stay right there.
All right, so I just tried.
Oh, that is staying in. That is staying in like a motherfucker. That is staying in.
I tried to grab Garrus, guys, listening, not watching, and I caused a boo-boo.
I said a bad word once. Daddy gave me an ouchie. So I don't know why that made me think of that. Anyway.
But I grabbed Garrus because the number one that we're talking about, of course, is Mass Effect.
That is like, if people watching this didn't guess that.
Yeah, it's obvious. You didn't even need to watch this episode to know what was going to be number one for both of us.
I feel like when we posted this, the comments be like, yeah, we get it, Mass Effect.
Yeah. It really is, and I was a guy that didn't play it at launch.
I didn't either.
And I played it years later, and it blew me away. I'm like, this world that BioWare created it wonders. It did wonders for me, and what gaming can be and what gaming can do. The way that was the first game I ever played with the carryover of saves and your character and the things that you've done from game to game. The way they accomplished that, like, leaps and bounds. Leaps and bounds.
As you know, like, oh yeah, I'm finally out of 2. I'm in the 3 again. But just the little choices I made and how they're like coming in. Like Liara became the Shadow Broker, and her little bot thing, she just goes, and Shepard just goes, oh, I remember you, and you were on the Shadow Broker ship. And I just go, really? It saves like that much data in this shit?
The attention to detail. Attention to detail.
It's honestly the best storyline I've ever seen.
It's by far the deepest lore. The world, like, I don't even know how they do these things. Like, it's on such a grand scale, it blows my mind. The amount of lore, the amount of info, the amount of knowledge on the races, the cultures, the architecture, the history, the landscape, they go so deep. It's so deep and so rich, and everything, like, has a purpose and a meaning and a story behind it.
I think
the Mass Effect games, these games really are on another level of storytelling and gameplay of any game series I've ever played. It's one of my favorite game series of all time.
You mentioned that thing, attention to detail for like each race. There's one of the DLCs is you're with Liara, and you go to pretty much this resort where it's Asaris are like the escorts or whatever, and she's mentioning something. Yeah. He just goes, "Oh, I thought you meant something else." She went, no, that's what I meant. And I forget what part of the body they were talking about, but it's just like that, the little in-jokes they have. Just the writing.
The writing, yeah. Seth Green.
Oh, God. It's fucking wonderful. But other than that, like, you don't... Well, no, you had Keith David.
Yeah, Keith David. And that's it, I think, of known. At least that I can remember.
I feel like we've looked at the voice cast before,
and I think there's some people that I've seen that do. There's probably like Maurice LaMarche is probably on it. Phil Lamar is probably.
I believe he is.
You know, like those guys are the guys. They're in everything. Like so you probably see people like that. But I think Keith David and Seth Green are the only two quote unquote known actors.
Yes.
I did air quotes. That's why I said quote unquote guys.
They were doing something in the 90s before this kind of thing was really
yeah. But Mass Effect, man, I can't preach at the choir Mass Effect enough. A lot of people hated 3. Like I said, because I played it so many years after, it didn't hurt me. I loved how the story ended.
It's how it ended. Yeah. Andromeda. Okay. Me and you both didn't really have as much of a problem with it as everyone else did.
It had so much hope for what more could be. And like I say,
I still enjoyed the show.
I say it all the time. How you did multiple run-throughs of
yes, I have.
I say it all the time.
I always end up with PB though.
For Mass Effect 1 to the jump to Mass Effect 2 is, in my opinion, the greatest jump of a sequel ever in gaming. And I felt like Andromeda was what could have been what Mass Effect 1 was to whatever the next Mass Effect game could be.
If we get that.
That's the thing, and I don't know if we're going to get that because of how bad the balls got dropped on Andromeda.
But I think the ball got dropped worse on Anthem, so I think our luck is looking pretty good. Maybe.
Well, it's either this way. They're either...
It's either that or BioWare's fucked.
BioWare's either fucked from closing their doors, and they're going on a route where wouldn't even be shocked if that happened. Like, if the article came out, like, by the way, like breaking news, BioWare closes stores, fires hundreds of people. I'd be like, yeah, I saw that coming.
It's like when Lionhead closed.
Yeah.
You didn't really see that one coming. Like, all right, Fable 3 wasn't spectacular, but it still wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, you guys had...
Telltale closing.
Yes.
everyone knew Telltale was a small company. Everyone knew that Telltale wasn't making billions of dollars. But I never thought that they were just gonna up and close.
And that was out of
especially
nowhere.
in the middle of a release of their biggest title.
Yeah, that one was out of nowhere. Like LucasArts when that went under.
Yeah, when that went under, and that was part of the buyout though. That was Disney.
Was it?
Yeah, that was Disney. Fucking everything. But
I was assuming they're putting out Avengers. Don't jinx it.
yeah, you're right. Disney just fucked Star Wars. They did great by the Marvel universe. So hey, amen.
I'm actually giving Solo its first try. I'm only about 10 minutes in.
Do it. It's good. It's
right.
good. It's good. Woody's just got charisma and can act his ass off, and the guy who plays Han does a solid job. He does what he needs to do.
I understand sometimes they want to pick the unknown actors to replace, but can you cut that shit? Because what if they're not?
You don't like that? I like unknown actors personally.
Well, Alicia Vikander, I didn't know her before Tomb Raider, and I thought she did amazing.
She was an Oscar-winning actress before too.
Was she really?
Oscar-winning actress? Yeah, I can't remember the movie.
I'm sorry, Alicia.
But that's okay. But I do. But so. Here's my perfect example, and this is why I think the MCU should wait a couple of years before they start trying to bring in X-Men characters. They're gonna have to wait because no matter who they pick, fans are gonna rip it apart.
Yes.
No matter who they pick to be the next Wolverine, which Wolverine is the face of X-Men, so that's obviously the biggest and most important casting for the next.
Sorry, I'm pointing out Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds is staying as Deadpool. I think even he's come out and said that.
Yeah, he's staying. But so obviously they're gonna have to cast a new Wolverine at some point. And
who do you want?
First of all,
we're gonna do this.
And this is my thing. I don't. So it was Mass Effect, guys. We're gonna jump back into Marvel.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk back into Marvel. It was Mass Effect.
If you guys wanted to guess number one,
yeah.
Are you even watching the show?
If they're gonna be doing X-Men, I don't think X-Men should happen in the MCU for at least 5 years.
Really?
I think we need a time to wash the taste out of our mouth of Fox. And I don't even mean that I hate on Fox. I just mean this is obviously this is gonna be a new realm.
I mean, you mentioned the end of Endgame kind of introducing X-Men characters. I believe it'll be in Far From Home where someone finally says the term mutant.
Okay.
That's just me, because they'll see Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio and just go, oh, he must be a mutant. Someone just goes, what's that? Maybe.
Okay.
It could be a little bit further than that. I don't know. That's just my guess.
Okay. I can't wait for San Diego Comic-Con this year because I feel like is when we'll get the news of what's going to happen in Phase 5. Because Phase 4 is ending with Endgame, so the beginning of Phase 5 is... we know we're getting Black Widow. We know obviously we're getting Spider-Man. We're getting Black Widow. We're getting Doctor Strange 2. We're getting Guardians 3. And we're getting Black Panther 2. But I would like to hear more about it.
Personally, Feige could have been lying to us at the behest of the Russos, and we might get the X-Men thing in this. I don't know.
Who knows?
Because the Russos have been great, because they've even said footage that's in the trailers is not in the movie. This is false footage. Which just makes you question
Bill,
everything.
it's all too much, Bill. It's all too much.
Don't say that to me. I didn't do it. It's that fucking brother pair who are... I forget what they're supposed to be doing after this.
They're going to do a Stan Lee documentary. I did see an article about that. Russo brothers are directing a Stan Lee documentary, which is cool. I think it's badass.
I'm already sad that they've said Endgame is his last cameo. I just went, no.
No, Far From Home.
The rumor is Endgame is his last.
I thought he recorded Far From Home. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Fact check us, guys. Fact check us.
We're going to find out. But apparently Endgame so far is his last cameo. If I don't see the same tribute thing like I saw for Captain Marvel, I'm going to be very upset.
Oh, I don't.
I thought that better be the new thing.
Maybe not though, because this is Endgame. Because this is an event. This is it, guys. This is it.
No. That's where I think it's fitting. You had the one last thing for Stanley. We wouldn't be here because of you.
Good call. I back that. I totally back that.
Is it going to happen? I have no idea.
Totally back that. Well, guys, we made it through another episode. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
How the fuck do we not break bottles? That's still just...
Knock on wood. We actually, I don't think we've broken... we always drop bottles, but they don't ever break.
You got 2 in a can.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very first episode.
From Garris, Orlando, and Bill and Reese, we love you guys. Make sure you check us out on Facebook.com, Facebook / Gaming Buzz, excuse me. Twitter at Gaming Buzzed, and we always are posting shit. We're always sharing shit. We have some new content up for you guys, upcoming every week. Make sure that you stay on the page. You see, like, I don't know, see, no one, everyone listens. People listen. They don't see me dancing with Garrus.
I fully see you dancing with Garrus.
They don't see dancing with Garrus.
If people saw this, they would question like why you don't get 30-day bans.
Go to the website, go to gamingbuzz.com, and you can watch our YouTube videos, or you can just subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can watch us there. We love you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Happy Easter. Have fun, Thrones y'all, and have fun with Endgame.
Happy 420 yesterday.
Next episode, we're gonna be talking. We're gonna have a lot to talk about next Sunday. Woo boy, it's gonna be one of those. I'm gonna have to bring a bottle of whiskey.
I'm for that. Let's do that shit.
We might have to
if I find those moonshine pickles, we're fucked.
Well, people dying, we have to pour out a 40 or something, maybe.
Chug a 40, I'm for it.
Yeah. We should play Edward 40 Hands. Do you know what Edward 40 Hands is? So Edward 40 Hands.
I know what Edward 40 Hands is. You want to go down this road? I'm for it. I mean, we're gonna play Edward 40 Hands.
We'll talk to you guys on the next episode of Gaming Buzz. Thanks.
Oh, God, you just get so many good ideas. Whiskey, that's best Irish characters. I don't fucking know. I mean, we haven't done best Western games yet, so we could just.
Oh yeah, oh cowboy.
I don't know if we're gonna have bourbon for that one though.
Yeah, some firewood.
You can find us online at www.gamingbuzz.com, Twitter at GamingBuzz, or Facebook.com/GamingBuzz. Special thanks to a multitude of breweries and viewers like you. And don't forget to check out RNS Podcast and Black Mirror Reflections. Trapped in the center of the war, in the eye of the storm, get your face blown off.